Rio felt her heart pound. Her hands trembled. The classroom buzzed around her.
Mr. Brown, their strict math teacher, loomed over her. He held her test, the one with the big red F on top. "Rio!" he boomed. "This is unacceptable!"
Rio wanted to disappear. She wished she could vanish. She scrunched her eyes shut, willing the world away.
Silence. She peeked one eye open. Mr. Brown was frozen, his mouth still open. The class, once a whirlwind of activity, was still, like a photograph. Rio's breath caught. She could hear the ticking of the clock on the wall, but everything else was still. Cautiously, she reached out and touched the clock's second hand. It didn't move. Time had stopped.
The next day, Rio confided in her two best friends, Maya and Alex. They were inseparable, a trio of adventurers always ready for a new mystery. Rio, usually shy, found her voice as she described the frozen classroom, the silent hallway, the strange stillness of it all.
"You stopped time?" she gasped. "That's amazing! You're like a superhero."
"Are you sure you didn't just imagine it?" he asked, his brow furrowed.
Rio understood Alex's doubt, but she knew what she had experienced. The memory of the silent world was vivid, imprinted in her mind. "I know what I saw," she insisted, her voice gaining a newfound strength. Time stopped, and I think I did it. The following week, Maya found herself in a predicament. During gym class, she tripped and fell, badly spraining her ankle. As she lay on the ground, pain shooting up her leg, she saw the fear in her classmates' eyes.
Then she saw Rio. In a blink, the commotion around her ceased. The concerned whispers, the frantic calls for the school nurse, all vanished. Only Rio remained, her eyes wide with worry. "Don't move," Rio said, her voice calm despite the situation. "I'll get help."
And just as quickly as time had stopped, it resumed. The concerned whispers returned. The calls for the nurse became audible again. But this time, Rio was ready. She knew what she had to do. She had to learn to control her power, for herself and for her friends. News of Rio's extraordinary ability spread through the small town like wildfire. Whispers turned into rumors, rumors into legends. Some dismissed it as a child's fantasy. Others looked at Rio with a mixture of awe and fear. And then there was Dr. Evelyn Carter.
"Rio, my name is Dr. Carter. I've heard extraordinary things about you, things that most people wouldn't understand, but I think I might."
Dr. Carter was an enigma, a renowned scientist who had recently moved to their quiet town. She was brilliant, eccentric, and deeply interested in the unexplained. When she heard about Rio, she knew she had to meet her. One afternoon, Dr. Carter appeared at Rio's doorstep, her piercing blue eyes alight with curiosity. Dr. Carter became Rio's confidant, a guide in the uncharted territory of her newfound abilities. She explained that Rio's power was a rare phenomenon, a unique gift that set her apart. But with great power came great responsibility, a lesson Rio took to heart.
"Rio, you must understand the flow of time, how to freeze it for brief moments without disrupting the natural order. The universe is held together by a delicate balance, an intricate dance of past, present, and future."
Rio listened intently, her young mind absorbing this knowledge like a sponge. She discovered that her power was not just about stopping clocks. It was about understanding the very fabric of time, about bending it ever so slightly to her will. It was a daunting responsibility, but one that Rio was determined to embrace. As Rio honed her abilities, she realized that her journey was just beginning. The world was full of mysteries, of events yet to unfold, of possibilities waiting to be explored. Time, once a constant, had become a variable, a force she could manipulate, albeit with caution.
The future stretches before me, an unwritten book filled with blank pages. What adventures await me? What challenges will I face?
Rio didn't know the answers yet, but she was ready to find out. The world was hers to explore, one frozen moment at a time. Time, once her adversary, was now her ally. And Rio, the shy girl who had once wished to disappear, was ready to make her mark on the world. The clock was ticking, and the adventure was just beginning.